Right, welcome to the channel, ladies and gentlemen. So, HBO Max has launched. They have middling things. They don't have a great deal of stuff, but one of the things which they really painted as a huge opportunity for everyone to go, hey, look, join us. We've got this, is of course HBO Max's Justice League by Zack Snyder. Now, we got some news on this, which I think is interesting to some degree. But it also paints a bigger picture at large with respect to Warner Media, AT&T, and HBO Max, and kind of how they're all handling DC and working together and things like that. So this is something which Zack Snyder shared over on Vero. So Vero, weird that it's still actually being used, but hey, look, this is what he shared. And all it was this. He said, just working today, pulled this out of the editorial story. Sorry he's low resolution, but I've seen him in all his high res glory, and he's a thing to behold. I've no idea what that says, but whatever. Quick question, how many Fs do you think he gives? Awesome. I mean, that's cool, right? Like, it does look good. We've seen some images of what Steppenwolf, because that's Steppenwolf, obviously, I should say, but obviously it's Steppenwolf. We've seen some images of what Steppenwolf was looking like before, and he does look good. It's an interesting look. It's almost like Etch-a-Sketcher, like the magnetic sort of thing. I know that will probably irritate a good few people, but I like the way he looks. Like, I don't hate the way that Steppenwolf looks. I mean, here you go. This is supposedly what he is, set to look like in the movie. It's an interesting look, isn't it? It's almost, it's not comic booky. And in terms of just looking at how, they're portraying Steppenwolf here, like I say, sort of Etch-a-Sketch, almost like iron filings, magnetic sort of metal armor all over him. He's sort of humanoid, but sort of not. I mean, it almost looks like the horns are built into his actual skull, which is not a traditional Steppenwolf look. And there have been other images of concept art of what Steppenwolf is due to look like. But of course, we've now got the low-res image here of what he's going to actually be looking like in the film, which I would say is kind of this. I like it. I don't think it's a bad look at all. It is just interesting. Now, the thing I do find surprising, and this kind of leads on to the next bit of news here, and it's all to do with the same stuff, FYI. So, when we go to look at Steppenwolf, obviously, this has been revealed. And then we get this. So, this is from the actor who's doing Darkseid, right? Ray Porter. And he tweeted this out. And again, remember, this is not me poo-pooing what he's saying or anything like that. It's just interesting. So he says, a 30-second video and a low-res still, already better than the entirety of that other version. F the trolls, this is going to be epic. Now, what I'm fascinated by here, ladies and gents, is how he's able to say this. Okay. This is still DC, which is obviously owned by AT&T, but the other version was still sanctioned by Warner Brothers. So for him to be allowed to come out and say this and have absolutely no consequences is really surprising. Really, really surprising. Now, this is the Darkseid voice actor. I just find it fascinating. Absolutely fascinating. How is he allowed to do this? Now, the 30-second video Porter is referring to is, obviously he said, 30-second video. That's footage which was released back in June, which showed Diana Prince researching Darkseid. That was the original kind of sneak cut that they revealed, which goes to show all those things that we had previously seen teased by Zack Snyder. Funnily enough, he's being really smart. He's only actually revealing the things which he's already teased. So the video clip was Diana Prince walking in fire, and then seeing drawn on the walls Darkseid or Uxas, and then going to the flashback scene of him standing there amongst all the ships looking like a badass. Now, I just... What? How's he able to say this? How is he able to say this? What, like, there's really like a disconnect happening at Warner Brothers here. AT&T are basically going, right, no, we're doing this. Go away. Go away. Give it to HBO Max. HBO Max, you deal with this. You can make this better. Warner Brothers are definitely not the people to handle it anymore by the sounds of it. Which is fascinating, because I think what this tells us is that potentially the future of DC can be changing massively. Hugely, in fact. Because if they're allowing their actors to say these kind of things, still working with them, because this is Warner Brothers sanctioned Justice League, right? So they approved it. Obviously AT&T doesn't, because they've come in on the back end of it and gone, no, we don't like this. Let's give people what they want so they can, they can join HBO Max. HBO, you can deal with this. Fascinating stuff. But what does that tell us about the future of DC in general? Well, obviously AT&T very, very happy to be working with Zack Snyder again. Will we see more Zack Snyder stuff? There's a high possibility. There is a really high possibility here that we are going to start to see more Zack Snyder stuff, or a return of Zack Snyder. And again, remember, property of HBO Max. Now that does matter, because it means that they own that version. It's nothing to do with Warner Brothers as such. And it's more to do with HBO Max owning the rights to that actual version by the sounds of it. Which is, again, incredibly fascinating stuff. So, what do you think? What do you think of the look of Steppenwolf? Personally, I like it. It looks a bit beady-eyed here. Which, whatever, I guess. Bit beady-eyed. I think this look is quite good. Almost looks like he's got a hammer, though, which is like a baseball bat, which is a bit lame. And the sort of wings on his back, maybe they're supposed to be shoulder pads, I guess. I don't really know. It looks cool. Like I said, a little bit like iron filings, a little bit like magnetized etch-a-sketcher going on there. But I quite like the look. I think it'll be interesting. Look, it's going to be a damn sight better than, giant armoured Dobby the house elf, isn't it? And what do you think of these comments by Ray Porter? Let me know down below in the comment section. If you're new here, please do hit subscribe. You can stay up to date on the world of pop culture and movie news by hitting the bell notification icon. Really help me out. The channel's been hit weirdly by YouTube recently, not getting videos out there and stuff. And for returning subscribers, if you haven't had notifications for a while, it'll be because you don't have them notified to all. And even if you do, and you don't click through to some notifications that you do get sent, YouTube ends up like blacklisting you really, really quickly. It's really weird. YouTube in their great wisdom, I guess. But anyway, thank you so much. I've been Mr. H. Take care.